Hello, thank you so much for stopping by to my channel. Thank you. Okay, so this is me marking all the necessary lines that I'll be needing. I decided to fast forward it a little bit for the video not to be too long, but it will still normal. Okay, it will still go back to normal. So the neckline I used here is 3 by 3, and of course my shoulder to my bust point on the bust waistline, and I slanted the shoulder with just 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. From that 1 inch I will get the chest line. You know the measurement of getting your chest line, that is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. that will give you an accurate chest line. Okay, now I will rule that out and I'll label it chest line. From there I will mark half of the shoulder, which is 7.5, and I will extend it to the shoulder slope like so. The next thing I will go ahead now to do is to mark the cleavage depth. I made use of 7 inches. Yours could be 8 inches or 6 inches. Okay, but you know this style depends on what you want, how deep you want it to be. Okay, so I made use of 7 inches here, and after getting the line I will label it OBL, that's over bust line. Alright, so to complete the top length, I'll be adding 7 inches from the half length just as seen. Remember, your front length, that is your half front length, and your back length is not same. So whatever you add here at the front, you should add same thing for the back. So from the half length here, I added 7 inches to get the top length. Measure your client to get yours, okay? Then from there, I will measure what I have, not on the over bust line. I'll measure down to the chest line and I'll get the midpoint. Once I get the midpoint, I would go in by ½ inch from there. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, subscribe please, I'm begging you. Thank you. So at the chest line, I will mark quarter of her bust. That is her bust circumference divided by 4. Then I will curve my armhole like so. I believe you must have known how to do this. So now the next thing I will be doing now is to mark the dart. So her bust span is 7 inches divided by 2 give me 3.5. I marked 3.5 at the bust point. Then at that top length I marked just 2 inches. That is because of the style we are recreating. Okay, the front hemline is really small, it's not that big, so this is how to get it. Okay, you should have a slanted line like so. So from the under bust rather, I'll be marking ½ inch at the center front like so. On the bust points, under bust and waistline, I marked ½ inch. Then at the side, I will be marking 1.5, both on the under bust, on the waistline and the hemline. I hope I'm making sense. Then I'll rule out the lines like so. After ruling the lines, I will curve my cup, placing my ruler like so. Okay, you can make use of your free hand if you can go about it, but if you have any curve ruler at all that is not even pattern master, go ahead to make use of it. Just place it well. Okay, so having done that, now I will input the waistline. Okay, omitting the darts. Okay, I will mark her waistline high, her normal waistline, not her snatched waistline. So I'll just measure from there what I have. I'll extend it to the other part and I will mark the waistline. Coming to the hip part, I also repeat the same thing. I will measure it that way and I will extend her hip line. Just omit your dart. Okay, so now the next thing to do is to divide the shoulder line into 2 to get the midpoint, just like you see me do. I will divide it into 2 to get the midpoint. Then I'll be connecting it to the bust point just as seen. So to tighten the over bust line, I'll be going out on both sides of the dart leg by ½ inch. If you are busty, go out by 0.75. If you have a very bigger bust, you can make use of 1 inch. Okay, to tighten your over bust properly. So after marking that, I will try to mash up the dart leg. You know, sometimes the one at the center front is normally shortened. So after doing that, I will be replacing the dart in between the chest line. Okay, I will not be replacing the one at the over bust line, because that is what we'll be using to tighten up our over bust line. Okay, so after that, I will then connect the lines as seen. Guys, please, I'm begging you, please subscribe to my channel and help me to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other people. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. So to adjust our hemline, I went off by 2 inches and I will be covering it as seen. Having done that, the next thing I'll be doing is to input our bust stats. You should know the difference between your front length and that of the back length. So for this my client, the difference is just 1.5. Okay, so I'll just mark. Then the next thing to do is to achieve that design, that's our chest line design or neckline design. Okay, so to do that, I'll be slitting the line on the shoulder part, stopping at the bust point. Now guys, you need to pay attention here. You need to watch very closely, okay, to know what I'm about to explain. So this is me cutting it open. I'll be certain that I did not slit it past the bust point. Once I get to the bust point, I will stop there. Okay, I will stop here right now. Then to continue, I will then come in from that chest line point or armhole point, rather. This is armhole point, so I'll just mark it out as C. You know, that is where the middle point is. So from that middle point at the curved part, I will mark ½ inch inwards. Okay, I will mark ½ inch inwards. Then from the chest line, okay, I will come down by ½ inch. I'll come down by ½ inch. Then I'll curve my new armhole. This will give us space and not tighten too much around the armholes part. Okay, this will make her feel so comfortable. All right, so you should do your same way. Remember, from the midpoint I came in with ½ inch, then at the chest line I came down by ½ inch and I just curved it. Okay, so that will be our new armhole. So these ones now that I'm shading off, they are no longer needed. Okay, we don't need it anymore. I hope I'm making sense. If I'm making sense, please tell me in the comment section that I'm making sense. I love you. So now to continue, we have to slit the other part open too. That is the middle line. Okay, the middle, that leg. Okay, I will cut it open, stopping at the bust point too, but you are not meant to cut it to cut it entirely. Please do not cut it entirely. Then I'll be folding it on top of the other dart leg, just as seen. Okay, do not mind the shoulder part is not aligning. We don't really need our shoulder here. We don't need yoke. So now you can see the over bust line is no longer straight, so I'll have to adjust it a little bit. You should also adjust yours. So having done that, guys, the next thing to do now is to come down, okay, from the chest line. Okay, from that chest line you go down with 1 inch or ½ inch, depending on how deeper you want it to be around your chest area. If you want it more exposable or exposing, you can go down with 1.5. It depends on you. Okay, all depends on what your client wants. Then I will be covering it to the midpoint. Okay, that midpoint, that ½ inch we came in with, I will curve it there like so, and that is it. You can see my own is not really that long because that is what she wants. If you want yours to be longer, you can extend it up. Okay, it all depends on what your client wants. Just play around it and you will get what you want. So now the next thing to do is to add a little bit structure at the side by going out with ½ inch. You can actually omit this one. It's not really compulsory. I just decided to add a little bit of structure for her. She's really gifted. She has very big butt, so she's really curvy. If you're not too curvy, please, you can just forget about this one. Okay, and I'll just connect it back as seen. Okay, so guys, we have come here now. So the next thing to do is to snatch our waist. So you should know what you want to remove from her waist. For me, I'll be using ½ inch on both sides. You could use 0.75, 1 inch, 0.25, all depends on what your client wants. Okay, so I'll try to get the midpoint of the waistline. Okay, from there I'll get the midpoint. Measure what you have, divide it into 2 to get the midpoint. Once you get the midpoint, you rule out the lines. It depends on the kind of style line that you want. It could be straight, it could be curved. Okay, it could be slanted, actually, not curved. It could be straight or curved or slanted. Oh my god, why am I saying curve? So now this is me telling you that it could be slanted if you want, or straight. Just know what you want and go about it. Now, after giving my style line, I will be going out on both sides of the dart leg with 1/2 inch. I'll be going out with 1/2 inch. After marking the 1/2 inch, I will connect it straight up, stopping at the bust point. Okay, like so. I will repeat the same thing there, like so, and I will connect to the down part. Okay, I'll connect like so, like so. Now we have successfully snatched our waistline. That place is going out. Okay, that place is going out, so that place is also going to be covered. All right, we will do that at the end after we are done cutting. Okay, so that we can easily cover it up. All right, please guys, don't just download this video, please. That will not be good. Now if you find it helpful, why not give it a thumbs up so that others can actually see it? That will be your way of supporting me. Also leave a comment, write something in the comment section, anything at all, just write something there. I need your comment under this post, please. I'm begging of you. That is the only way you can support me. And please subscribe. It will not cost you anything at all. Please subscribe to this channel because I'll be uploading every week content here on pattern drafting. Please, I'm begging you. If you have anything that you want me to draft for you, write it on the comment section and I will be there to reply you. Okay, so this is me cutting it. You should watch closely to see how I'm cutting it. I extended that part because I might run shortage of paper when I'm covering the darts around the bust area. Okay, so this is me covering it now, and you can see if I did not give that space, I might not have anything left to adjust it. So guys, this is it. This is how to draft the front, and you can see I have pointy edges there. I have to blend it up a bit and cut it off. Okay, so guys, this is how to draft the front. Let us draft the back now. I have to fast forward here a little bit because this video it will still normal. It will still go back to normal. Okay, just wait. I'm just marking my back half length and the top length. Okay, and neck of 3 inches and depth 0.5. Okay, then shoulder slope of 1 inch, just like we did at the front. And this is me marking the chest line. Okay, and at the chest line I marked half of the shoulder, and of course quarter of the bust. Okay, then I'll get the midpoint. Once I get the midpoint, I will mark. Okay, then I will be going in there with just 0.25. The front is 0.5 or even 0.75, depending on how tight or firm you want it to be around that area. Okay, then I'll give my curve like so. So now the next thing to do is to get her actual waist line. Okay, that is 7.5. Her actual waistline I will mark, adding 1 inch for the dart intake. Coming to the top length, I will mark the hip length there. Okay, I will mark the hip circumference divided by 4. Remember we added a little bit of structure at the back. Her actual hip is 10, but because of the half inch we added, that will be 10.5. Okay, so this is me showing you guys that I'll be marking 10.5. Okay, to replace that curve we added at the front. So now I will go ahead and curve the lines, connect the lines together. I'll connect like so. I also connect to the hip line like so. So having done that, I will bring in the side of the front okay, the side of the front to match up, okay, to be sure that both the front and the back is aligning. Okay, you can see it is equal. It is equal. I'm aligning from the waist, okay, down. So I'll just mark, okay, a dot to know where it is stopping. That is because of the 2 inches we went up with. So now this is me inputting the dart, okay, half of her bust span divided by 2, her bust span divided by 2. I'll be marking it on the chest line, waistline, and of course hemline. I'm marking it. I'm not removing anything, just like we did at the front. I will not remove anything here. I'm marking it as I got it. That is 3.5. So to remove that 1 inch we added at the waistline, I'll be going out on that leg with ½ inch on both sides. Okay, ½ inch. Then I will connect axing. I'll connect axing. I also connect downwards and seam. We're almost done. We're almost done. So I'll connect our seam. So now we're actually here. I'm enjoying this drafting, trust me. So now I also bring the side front again, all right, to get the chest line. Okay, to get the chest line, just watch what I'm doing. I will get line, okay, I'll give a dot. That is where the chest line is starting from. Then I'll curve to give my back some stylish look. You know, it's not good to always be straight. It's not good. No, I love it. It should always be curved. So that part I'm shading off now is not really needed because we are not needing any yoke, but I shouldn't have actually given that marks all over there. Just don't be confused, okay, don't be confused. Now this is where the eyelet will be, okay, the eyelet, this is where it will be at the both sides, okay, at the both mid side of the back. That is where the eyelet will be. I just hope you know how to go about the sewing. Okay, so now from that waistline I'll go in with 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. We're not going to remove anything, that's center part, but if you want it to be more snatched, you can remove 1.5 around the chest line and 1.5 at the waistline and 0.5 or even 2 inches or even 1 inch. That depends on you, but she doesn't want it to be too snatched. So just know how to go about it if your client wants it to be too snatched. As you can see, I only took 1 inch around the waistline and I connected it straight up to the chest line and of course downwards. And that is it guys. So now to get the structure at the chest line, okay, around the back, that structure, before we do that, this is me checking to see if I actually got the complete waistline, the complete snatched waistline. Okay, this back should give me 5.5, that is 5.5, 5.5 actually. So I was very good. Yeah, it gave me 5.5. So I'll go ahead to curve the hemline as seen. I'll curve it as seen. Then I'll go ahead to get that structure around the chest line at the back. To do that, from that new chest line now, I'll be going up with 3 inches. If you want it longer, you can maintain the midpoint of that armhole. Okay, but for me, I will be going up with just 3 inches and I'll mark. From that point, I'll be going in, okay, I'll be going in with ½ inch, okay, because I'll be getting a new armhole. Okay, this is me marking ½ inch. Alright, then I will curve my new armhole, maintaining that new chest line, that our style chest line, and the line I'll just curve like so. I just hope I'm making sense, but at least you saw what I did now. So now this is our new armhole, and I'll connect it like as seen. I'll connect it like so, and this is the structure at the back. Okay, so that first armhole is no longer needed. The new one is what we'll be working with. So this is basically how to draft the back. This back is really snatched, okay, but if you want it to be more snatched, then go ahead to remove something from the center. Okay, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for me. I've been singing it as a song because I really need it, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you so much. So you can see what the back looks like. Just calm down to sew it. This is me explaining that you can actually make it longer than this if you want. So guys, this is it, and I'm really loving it already. So you can see that the side front and the side back is equal. Okay, yours should be equal too, so that your fabric or your design can come out very good and less stressful. So this is the pattern I have. Draft yours and sew it with more carefulness. Until we meet again in my next video. Bye.